So I've got lots of bottles, but I also have lots of travel sprays, decants, samples, stuff that I've collected over, last couple of years, stuff that I've purchased as opposed to buying a full bottle just to test out. And so this is going to be kind of a combination video. I'm going to give you fragrances that I have travel sprays or decants of that are full bottle worthy, but also that if I weren't a fragrance reviewer, I'd gatekeep them from you. I wouldn't tell you anything about them. All right, stick around. All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin, and you're watching Smell Goods. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit as we talk more about fragrances, talk more about the smell goods, as we just dig into, one, my fragrance journey, but also helping you on your fragrance journey. If this is content that you enjoy, you already know what to do by now. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notification, share. I need to make a song out of that. And meet me in the comments, all right? So as I mentioned, I've got lots of bottles, but I also have lots of decants samples. In fact, I've got a box over here somewhere that's just filled with different samples that I've received over, the course of time. And I was just going through because, one, I still dig in them because sometimes I'll wear those or just add them, test them out, what have you. But there are three that I wanted to talk about that are travel spray. Two are travel sprays, one's a decant, that if I weren't in this space, I wouldn't tell you anything about them. Now, two of them I have mentioned. One I never have mentioned, but it's time to bring it out. So no particular order. This is not a greatest to least or anything of that nature. This is just three samples, three decants, three travel sprays, whatever you want to call them, that A, are full bottle worthy. And if I weren't in this space, I wouldn't tell you anything about them. All right. First one up, let's just jump into, let's just go with the sample first. This one, the label's kind of worn off. I'll put up the picture of what it is and the name, but this is this is Modern Mark. Mystery Modern Mark is the name of the brand, and it is called Sweet Botswana. Sweet Botswana. Now, I have to give a shout out to my boy Walt over at Fatboy Finesse. He's the one who I first saw talk about this, but also he's the one who sent me over this sample, this decant, and I have been enjoying it. This, as far as the notes on it, I'm just going to give you notes are bergamot, orange, raspberry. Middle notes are white flowers, jasmine, and then the base notes are vanilla, praline, and musk. Now, here's the thing. When this first opens up, you get a little of that freshness, but I get a lot. It's almost interesting because I get a lot of the vanilla and the praline up top. And then as it dries down, I get a little more of those flowers as far as the white flowers and the jasmine. That citrus that's up top, that bergamot, that orange and raspberry is there briefly, I think, to add to the sweetness of the vanilla and pralines. It's kind of in there. You get a little of that in there as far as the orange and the bergamot, but you don't get a whole lot. It's not like some fragrances where it opens up very citrusy and then moves into something else. This for me opens up in a nice way where you get that sweetness with a little bit of the citrus there, just a touch, but then it kind of mellows out into a sweet kind of floral type of thing is what I get off of this. This is something that will probably end up a full bottle for me at some point. I'm enjoying this sample. Again, it was full. Of course, with all the things that I wear, I have worn this a couple of times and really enjoy it. But if I weren't gatekeeping, if I were a gatekeeper, you wouldn't know anything about it. All right. In fact, I have mentioned it, not because I'm gatekeeping it, just I've mentioned it to you all, but you got it now. All right. That's the first one. Next one up is from the house of Savoir Faire. So Savoir Faire is a brand that is in Atlanta. In fact, I'll be heading to Atlanta probably in 2 weeks of this video. And so I plan on stopping through. I know he's got some other fragrances that he's putting out. But this one by far is one that I've mentioned it maybe once, maybe twice. Y'all are lucky because this one right here is it's amazing. This one is Soul Cafe. And again, that's from Savoir Faire. And again, I'll put up a bottle just so you can see what the bottle looks like. But in this one, you've got blood orange, you've got coffee, you've got patchouli, you've got some black pepper, tobacco, musk, amberwood, bergamot, lavender, and oud. This fragrance right here, yeah, This is one that is, in fact, if I come back from Atlanta and I don't have a bottle of this, it's probably because he's sold out, if that's the case. Because this is it. This, just a beautiful fragrance. That orange hits up top very nicely, but then that coffee and that tobacco just kind of just waft in through there. This, of the ones that I've smelled from the house, this is by far the one that I'm definitely loving. He's got some other stuff in there that's great. Hella Flora is a nice floral scent. Whiskey and whiskey rose, something like that, is great. Secret 47 is a nice one, underrated, I think. But this right here, this Soul Cafe, full bottle worthy, and because y'all are good peoples, because y'all are my guys, y'all are my peoples, I'm telling you about it. Hadn't not been for me doing this, I would not be even saying this. All right. But again, Soul Cafe from Savoir Faire. Listen, enough said. Get you, if nothing else, get you a travel spray. If I'm lying, I'm dying, right? Isn't that how we say it? But this right here, beautiful fragrance, definitely one to have. And now the third one does come from the House of Yeoman Lale. It is one I think I've reviewed one time, and even that was probably too much. And this, now what it's doing is take on, again, I've not smelled the OG. I know people that have smelled the OG and they say it's pretty close, not a one-to-one, but on its own, this fragrance right here is just, it's a beast. It is one of the ones that, again, I haven't talked about a lot, but this is definitely one that I will be having a full bottle of, because when I run out of this, and yeah, I'm going to get a full bottle. This is Numm by Yeoman Lale. Notes on this are lemon, chamomile, sage, decants, saffron, rose, Indian jasmine, magnolia, and then the base notes are oud, patchouli, and amber. It is doing its take on Botswana, the Victoria's Blue Sapphire. And there's this just regal, woody scent that comes out with this. The lemon and the chamomile, of course, keep it nice and light and fresh with that citrus up top. But in this, the oud is not an overpowering oud. It's not an animalic mood. It just is a nice woody fragrance that just smells. It smells like money. It smells like wealth. It just smells that great. And this is one that was one of the first ones I got, I think, from the House of Yeoman Lale. Because I think this is one someone sent over to me. But yeah, this is one of the first ones I got from them. Now, this is a purchase. This is one that I got from them. Enjoy it, love it, and getting a full bottle of it, right? So that's, again, Numm. I'll put it up there again so you can see. Numm from Yeoman Lale. All right, those are the three that I was going to give you. Those three fragrances right there are definitely, one, going to be full bottle worthy for me, and two, they are ones that I would gatekeep if I weren't doing this. All right, that's it. Stick around as far as watching the video that's probably right over here. It's another video that's probably going to be helpful for you in your fragrance journey, and something that I wanted to share with you. All right, do me the favor, of course, stay safe, stay sane, stay smelling good. Meet me in the comments, hit that subscribe, all that fun stuff, and see you next video. Peace.